All right, we are live. Audio on YouTube is not going to be the greatest. I was too lazy to hook up my mic. Obviously, you can't see me. That's how lazy I was. I did not even want to hook up my camera for YouTube, all that. So, yeah, but I mean, if you want to see my beautiful face, you have to go to TikTok. MOT Today 1. And the topics for today are going to be World War III, Joe Biden is hilarious, and weed, Kanye West, and the Iran Revolution. Yeah, I think these are some good topics. I haven't done a stream in quite a while. Mick has been doing all the streams lately. I've been focusing on, as I told you guys, another project, and things are pretty busy for us with the new baby, and she's doing well. And then also with my work, and hopefully going to be closing up on a big deal here soon for my company. But other than that, we've just been busy, just been really, really busy. So, yeah, but I thought we'd do a stream tonight. I got the house to myself for a little bit while my family is at my in-laws. So here I am. Here we are. So we can talk about World War III, all this false flag stuff. Like, it's insane. It's super insane that so many people. I don't know that so many people are buying it. To be honest with you, I feel like a lot of people aren't, but I don't really talk with normies when it comes to politics because it's very tiresome. And it's also just too hard for, them emotionally to really uh, deal with the facts of the matter. But anyway, the bridge in Crimea, whatever, was blown up. The pipeline was blown up. Like, all these things were done, and people are silly enough to believe that it was Russia who did it to themselves. Now, does that make any sense whatsoever? Obviously not. Obviously not. Obviously, it was. Well, I don't know what claims I can make on here because Mick has been suffering from misinformation and other kinds of, uh, you know, censorship stuff, strikes, whatever. But I personally think it may have been a country in which most of us reside in that is doing the attacks, if you will. That country that everybody says is the home of the brave and land of the free. That country. I think that the U.S. is probably behind a lot of these. Well, the two of them actually. I don't. And now you have these bombings that are taking place in Ukraine, where you're seeing these videos. I don't know how legit they are. I mean, they look pretty legit, but I'm very dubious on what we're getting fed from the media. So I just remain dubious. Just let me just start shooting the missiles already. Damn. Do you think white racism exists? What kind of question is that? I mean, racism exists in general. Uh, but no, I mean, them, not me. I mean, why do we want missiles? I don't want missiles. But I don't really think that there's any concern for nuclear war either. It's more so a fear tactic, I believe. And it's probably going to help introduce smart cities. Racism is systematic though. Um how can so explain that? Bro, it's time for a change, man. What do you want to change? And how is war on a worldwide scale going to affect good change? They're just lollygagging over the lamest shit. Yeah, well, no, they're real. I feel like there's an agenda behind it. I would say part of it has to do with smart cities, calling people into smart cities, as I've talked about for years now. It will probably incorporate some environmental concerns, some climate change concerns. Um, I haven't really thought much about this lately, so I don't have any real new insights into the matter. But these are things that I have talked about considerably, at length for a while. F Kanye, great music though. World War III won't happen. Joe Biden is a troll. Iran needs revolution. Iran does not need revolution. Uh, I don't really have a problem with Kanye. His music is good. I don't really like a lot of his new stuff. World War III won't happen. We're already in World War III. To say that World War III won't happen is to be totally blind to what's taking place right now in the world. Biden cleaning up after one-term Trump. Lol. I mean, okay, Trump was the worst president ever. Okay, I mean, I don't know how anybody can compete for that title against Joe Biden, but I guess you have your opinion, and it's wrong, but you have your opinion. I'm not saying that I love Trump, but he definitely was objectively a better president than Joe Biden on a policy matter. Although I mean, hey, if you want to have a little fun here, you could go off and say that under Joe Biden's administration, Roe v. Wade was overturned. You could say that under Biden's administration, he's doing one of the most Christian acts any president has done, which is to relieve student debt. Definitely not wrong. Biden way better than Trump. And Biden not great. How is Biden better than Trump? I mean, yeah, I mean, Roe v. Wade was overturned under Biden's administration. And then you have student debt relief. Anyone will be better than Joe, even my cat. Well, I mean, Joe Biden, today I saw a video, it's hilarious. He said, everybody I went to school with, or everybody I went to school, yeah, everybody I went to school with. Yeah, everybody I went to school with either became all my friends that I went to school with either became a firefighter, a cop, or a priest. And I wasn't qualified for any of those. Hilarious. Hilarious. I think that he may be a subtle truther, admitting that, well, you have to be kind of corrupt and insane to be the president. Joe isn't even president. He has his little minions behind him making all the decisions. Well, then they wouldn't be his minions, would they? But I get what you mean. Biden is bad for everybody. I think he's hilarious. He's not doing me wrong in any way, shape, or form. He's not really affecting my life. Neither was Trump. I mean, the tax credits did affect my life in a positive way, but now I found out that they had some, negative side effects to them as well. Roe v. Wade was not a constitutional right. Okay. Biden isn't qualified for anything. Yeah, I know. You sound like all the NPCs who are saying that. I live in Tasmania, Australia. Right on. Well, you have your own problems, and they appear to be much bigger than ours. I mean, you have a much smaller country that's not even really your own country. You have now China taking it over, but before then you were just a penal colony. But much love to the Australians. I know that sounds kind of facetious, but I'm being serious. Love when Biden recently said, I have 2 words, made in America. Yeah, the dude's great. I mean, the dude's great. I don't care what you say. He's hilarious. So your food and gas isn't higher. I don't really think about it. I mean, maybe you can say I'm privileged, but I don't really think about that, man. I just do what I got to do to make what I need to make sure my family's comfortable. That's all. I don't really complain about high food prices or high gas prices. It is what it is. So then I have to do my job to bring in more money or find ways to have a lower expense. That's all. I don't have any debt. So, I mean, that's huge. I don't have any debt. We don't have any like payments whatsoever aside from our rent, utilities, etc. Like that. That's all. So, I mean, it doesn't really affect us that much. Australia is bigger than America. What are you talking about? We are not a penal colony now, mate. I know. I never said that you were. Like, still a penal colony. He's a joke. Well, I mean, Joe Biden is. Anyway, I mean, first off, getting back to that whole, it's 50% higher and some of us are on limited income. Okay. Well, I I sympathize with the plight that you may be in, that you may have, but there's plenty of places to get food from. For example, we are very fortunate and blessed in the fact that there's a farm that I help out at on Sundays. And on Sundays, I go there, do some work for them, and in exchange, we get like 4 gallons of milk. Uh, Occasionally, we'll get two, 3 dozen eggs, and then occasionally a huge thing of meat. So like this past go around, got one huge pork roast, 2 dozen eggs, 4 gallons of milk, all for maybe 2 3 hours worth of work. So a lot of our money is saved by that, and I also just work a lot and I have my own business. So I mean, it's like I don't think about it. Everyone is as fortunate as you doesn't make it better. Yeah, but there's things that you can do. So it's, as opposed to complaining and bitching about it and saying, "Oh, poor me, I can't do this because of X, Y, and Z." We'll find a way that you can make it happen for yourself. I mean, yeah, God. I mean, I get it. I'm not like a big bootstrap guy. I know that people need help. God loves God loves you. Repent your sins; He will forgive you. God does love you, and yeah, He will forgive you if you ask for forgiveness and if you repent, follow the royal path. That's beautiful. Um, but you know, there's churches that'll help you out. There are charities that'll help you out. Your neighbors should help you out. Your families should help you out. I mean, there's so many things that you could do in order to improve your situation if need be. But I mean, that's not really the point of the conversation here, although I have no issue speaking about that. Um, anyway, let's see here. Let's get this up. All right. So, what I was getting at with the whole, not even what I was getting at, but let's get back to the whole World War III thing because we got greatly diverted. I'm not complaining. I'm retired, and money went a lot further under Trump. Well, you can thank Trump for your money shrinking. Like this is silly. This is very silly. You can thank Trump for that, and you can thank many presidents before him. Trump increased the deficit of the country more than any president to him. Biden may beat him. Trump, until recently, from what I've heard, has printed more money than Joe Biden. Uh, Additionally, there are there's the fact that Trump shut down the United States, contributing to the shutdown of global supply chains for like 2 years. So a lot of the high prices you're experiencing is because Donald Trump was complicit in a nefarious plan, essentially to destroy economies and to rebuild society in a way that the evil ones want to have it. Um, but yeah, so I mean, a lot of what you're experiencing has more to do with supply chain issues, and that's the biggest thing: supply chain issues. Kanye is 100% right about everything. No, he's not. No, he's not. Kanye West, I think, is kind of a cuck. He's always just complaining about some porn star not letting him see his kids. So that's something. You have no idea how the economy works. I don't think you have any idea how the economy works. Usually, this is what I found, especially during the whole student relief thing. We saw that so many people, when we talked about it, had no clue how money is made, had no clue what M1, M2, M3 money supply is. They had no clue that money is created from debt. You're spewing liberal talking points. I'm not even a liberal. I don't even listen to liberals. It just needs to stay relevant. I mean, I think there's some of that to it, but I have stated for a long time. I mean, you can go back to my old YouTube channel, A Better World, and you can see I talked about Kanye West's conversion to Christianity and how it was going to create a new type of Christianity. I talked about, man, He was talking about creating monasteries and churches. And I think he's a part of a nefarious plan, whether he realizes it or not. We wouldn't be in this money situation if Trump was still in. False. Trump is the reason why you are a lot. Trump is a huge part of the reason why you are in this current economic strait. But also, you, if you have debt, have to take some responsibility because your debt is what's enslaving you. And also, the debt in which you take out is creating more money. Therefore, money prints are going burr, metaphorically speaking, is because of you fuckers who have debt. You have debt, you're making new money. But then you're over here bitching about gas prices going up, bitching about food prices going up, and thinking that it's all because of inflation. Well, if you really believed what you were saying, you would stop taking out debt. Because you're the reason why money keeps getting made. But you don't even know that. You don't even understand that because you don't understand how our economy works, actually. You don't understand how money is made. You don't know the fact that we live in a debt-based economy and that your taking out of debts is a contribution. You're so right. Trump is the reason. Get educated. No, Joe Biden's the reason. You're also the reason if you have debt why the economy is failing. If you have debt in any kind, any way, shape, or form with interest behind it, you are contributing to this wicked system. And the people that are really getting freaked out about World War III, I believe, are those who have. I don't even know that people are getting freaked out about it. All honesty, I don't hear much. I don't hear many people talking about it. I don't really hear many people talking about it. World War III, kind of out of door, kind of outdoor, our door, kind of at our door. It is here. Most people are oblivious to it. Illuminati system. You can call it an Illuminati system. Do I think the Illuminati are real? I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely there are like people who call themselves the Illuminati. That is an historical fact. But as far as their control on the world, I don't really know. But what I do know is that there's evil in the world, and there's an evil one called Satan, and he has a lot of pull and sway over people. People tired of the news? Yeah, President Trump was right about everything. Lol. Well, America just bought radiation tablets, 200 million. Yeah, well, that's all nonsense. I don't even know that nuclear weapons are real. I don't even know that the fallout from nuclear warfare is legit. If you look at the map, there's like this illustration. It's like this time lapse illustration of nuclear bombs going off in different parts of the world, different areas in the United States, and none of them are suffering from nuclear fallouts. People have built homes. Yeah, well, Russia is planting bombs all over right now. Why are you believing that shit? I doubt that they are. Russia has been so calm, cool, and collective during this whole thing, and the West just keeps provoking because they want Russia to do something so drastic, like bombing other countries, like going to war with other countries outside of Ukraine. They want Russia to do that. But Russia's being very calm, cool, and collective during this affront on their society, on their culture. People are now cool with being racist towards Russians. But you go to the West and they're all against racism, but Russophobia is totally cool. See, people are so brainwashed. Russia is not your enemy. And I'm not saying that I'm a big fan of Russia, but Russia, Putin specifically, just called out the West for being satanic. I saw World War III coming months ago. You're way behind, bro. We've been in World War III for like 3 fucking years. Where are you at? We've been in World War III for like 4, going on 4 years. Where have you been? Russia is the enemy. Russia is not the enemy. And Putin is the only world leader I've seen call the Western structure of power satanic. He called out the whole pride movement. He said that you are teaching your children stuff that will bring them into extinction. You know, the whole love is love movement. Putin is kind of based. I mean, regarding what Biden has said recently in Armageddon, it's a narrative to get you scared. I think it's a narrative to get you scared, to get you eventually into what is going to be called smart cities, preparing you to give up more of your everyday amenities. Look at what's going on in Europe, right? So in Europe, they're having to give up hot showers. We've been covering this for so long, and people are just now getting into it. But you can go back and listen to our episodes from months ago. You know, there's been hot water restrictions. There's been thermostats being controlled. You know, reminds me of colossal conflict of big war, probably one of those songs. Okay. The media and news creates unnecessary fear, so it's just another way of controlling. It is. Fear is a tactic of control. And so, I mean, this is why you should only fear God, because fearing things of man, fearing things of this world will lead you into a dark corner, if you will. It will lead you down the wrong path. You know, so fearing things, and don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, we all have these fears in the world, which we shouldn't, but it is what it is. I mean, if we're only fearing God, then we know that we will follow what is beautiful, good, and true. So, yeah, so this whole World War III nonsense, I wouldn't be afraid of it. I think it's silly. I think it's very silly. And I think Russia is handling it very well, because they're the ones who have been provoked. They are, fact. You know, but then you know, so anyway, I mean, it is silly, very silly. But then we can talk a little bit about this Iran revolution that's going on too. Like, people in the West are like, yeah, Iran, they're bait. I mean, look at this. This is thank God. Thank God these women are taking off their hijabs because they're so oppressed. They're so oppressed. I think we need a cleansing. This country is going to shit fast. This country's been going to shit for a long time. As a matter of fact, you can always find degeneracy in the world. It has always been with us since the fall. So the idea that this country is just now shitty and, oh my gosh, we need a cleansing, it's, you know, I get where your heart's at, but if you look throughout history, especially through like church history, you'll see that there are many, as you would maybe call them, you know, and just laymen, enlightened people, enlightened saints, monks, who have viewed the world from a similar perspective in which you're viewing it today, thinking that 100, 200 years ago, we were such a moral society, or other countries, other Western societies were moral, very high morality. Well, there were people who were very in touch with God, very aligned with the royal path, and they said similar things in which we say about our society today. So there's something to think about. They saw me cool, low. What? Biden isn't funny. He's going to get us all killed. Stop being GAY. He's not going to get you killed. Oh my gosh. You sound like you sound GAY. Just relax, dude. Just stop watching the news if that's how it makes you feel. Like, it sounds like you need to plant a tree. I mean, come on. But anyway, let's see. It's all a movie. It's not all a movie. Really? Brink of nuclear war? Hi, I'm a program boomer, and I believe everything that the media is telling me. And I think that Joe Biden is the worst thing ever. I think he is the literal Antichrist. Hi, everybody. I believe that nuclear war is imminent and that we are all going to die soon and that we will not survive the radiation aftermath the radiation fallout, despite the fact that there's a time lapse illustration showing that there have been multiple nuclear bombs dropped all over the world, and there are now homes and gardens and animals and people living where this so called disaster took place. Just turn off the TV and stop consuming all these negative news. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't know that it's all a movie. Like I don't believe that theory that William Shakespeare said that the world is a stage. All the world is a stage. I don't believe all the world is a stage. But there are deceptions. And people can be unintentionally a part of the deception. The world is a vampire. I don't think the world is a vampire. I think the world is a beautiful place. I think the world is a very beautiful place. It's a song. I never heard of the song. Sorry. Sorry I didn't get your reference. But no, I think that this idea that the world is a bad place is very it's it's insidious. Biden is going to cause an apocalypse. Well, an apocalypse is currently going on. I mean, apocalypse just means revelation. That's what it means. The beautiful world turned into an evil one thanks to the elites. No, you're giving them too much power. What are you talking about? You're giving them too much power. You're saying that people can essentially overthrow God and make things evil and like overthrow good. No, that's not the case. Good is good and beautiful and true will always reign. It will never succumb to the evil of the world. The government itself has done so much harm. So, feeding Ukraine is going to set off Russia to push the button. We have no need to be funding. They're not going to push the button. How do you feel about Cal make 22 fast food expensive? Kanye is mad at the small hats. I know, it's hilarious, but I mean, it's kind of contradicting what he said, right? So he like called out the small hats. Those are the J words for all you uninitiated out there. But I'm sure everybody should get the reference. I mean, everybody has seen a J word and seen their small hat and think the people of the small hats. Anyway, but he was kind of weird because he said, "Hey, yo, Puff Daddy, you're gonna have your small hat people telling you what to do. Like they ain't gonna have no control over me." And then he said, "Jesus is a small hat. Jesus is a J word." What? So Jesus influences. I don't know. It's silly. Back Putin in a corner to where he has nothing to lose. Yeah, he is very confused. Kanye is a very confused man. He has nothing to lose. He will hit that button. You don't even understand how Russian politics works. You don't even understand how their government works. He can't just push the button like you can in the United States. They have a totally different system. And also, Russia's not back in a corner. You have no clue what's going on. Russia is not backed into a corner. They're backing the West into a corner. You're silly. Putin is not the enemy for real. Fact, they are not in a corner. Yeah, Putin's not in a corner. Not scared of nukes because Operation Star Wars, it would take Russia to launch all their nukes to hit. Dude, I don't even think that nukes are real. But I don't know. I'm skeptical. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say I'm nuclear weapon agnostic. That doesn't mean that I don't believe that there are some real powerful things in the world. With Ukraine, U.S. can join the war, prefer easily. Yeah. Did you hear Putin say that we in the U.S. need to fight for our Second Amendment? I didn't hear that. People are hilarious. Russian dangerous and scary. Also, Russia is getting beat badly. I know they don't even understand what they're saying. It's not uranium anymore. It's hydrogen bomb basically now. Okay. Go look it up. Why? You just told me it. I'm not going to go look it up. I'm not. Ukraine is evil. I don't think that Ukraine. I mean, come on, think about what you're saying. You're saying Ukraine. So the nation of Ukraine is evil. No, there are evil people in Ukraine. Just like there are evil people in Germany. There are evil people in Russia. There are evil people in the United States. A nation itself is not like something that can be evil. The government is not evil either. The government is a tool. Ukraine itself isn't evil. The people in it are. That goes for every country. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's a lot of beautiful things in Ukraine. There's a lot of, you know, uh, I think godly things in Ukraine. What you just said is facts. Thanks. That's what I meant. Okay, well, if that's what you meant, then say it, dog. The government, as in Zelensky. You can't even give Zelensky much credit. The dude was an actor and a comedian before he became president and literally starred in a show where he became the president. Before he became president. Government is a gun in the room, and bad people tend to get a hold of it first. I like where your head's at. I don't know if I agree. I would say that good people get a hold of the tool of government first, and it becomes corrupted over time. That's what I think. Dude, I'm not fighting you. I know you're not fighting me. I know you're not. It's all good, bro. It's all good. I just think it's funny how everyone paid attention to Ukraine and Russia, but not Iran, Iraq. I know. And don't worry, guys. I'm not like doing cocaine or anything. I just got freaking like I got to shave. My mustache keeps like going up, and I got nose hair, so I got to like it's just bugging the crap out of me. But anyway, so but now Iraq and Iran, but not Iraq and Iran. Yeah, well, that's because the U.S. was showing that off, and we had an agenda behind it to get people into war and to rile people up, and we wanted people to get dislike the Muslims, and just wanted more war, and yeah, I mean, and we also wanted the opium. So, in order to get away with getting the opium, we had to, say, "Hey guys, we're doing good things over there," when in reality, we were doing bad things. What's going on with Iran? Makes sense. Yeah, what's going on with Iran is there are women who are getting rid of their hijabs, throwing them, burning them, all this stuff, and saying, we're not for Islam anymore. We're against the Iranian state. We're against totalitarianism. And in reality, it's just it's an inorganic, I will word it that way. It's an inorganic movement deceiving innocent women into destroying their country. And the reason this is getting to the place that it's getting to is I can't even make this claim actually, but so I won't. But I don't know how far it's going to go. But essentially, it's an inorganic movement. Oh, I see. I heard women got killed over that. Yeah, they got killed over it. They want to destroy their nation for it. It's not an organic thing within the Iranian state, which has taken place. It is something I believe Western elites, specifically those with small hats, are attempting to do to get rid of the Iranian state as it's known. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the CIA is behind it. They probably are in some way, shape, or form. It wouldn't surprise me either. I believe that's, LOL true. So, I think that there's many groups behind it. There's many groups behind it, but probably the most identifiable group behind it is going to be those wearing small hats. And this is just because they got their hands in so many pots. And, we'll just say the synagogue of Satan. It's called the synagogue of Satan, all right? It's not called the church of Satan. It's not called the mosque of Satan. It's called the synagogue of Satan, okay? But I'm not saying that everybody that wears a small hat is a bad person. I try not to go there on everything, but it always turns out to it does. But I'm not a big small hat guys are. I'm not a big small hat people are behind everything. Like No, the world is much bigger than small hats, guys. Like there are a lot of controllers out there, quote unquote, that are not small hat. What do you mean by small hat? There's a religious tribe of people that wear a small hat on their head. It starts with a J and it rhymes with Sue. They like to do this. They rub their hands. They corrupt our financial system. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, you get it. You get it. You got to be careful because the whole we got to be tactful in our speech because you know I'm not against censorship. By the way, I'm not against it. You gotta play the game, right? And I get it. The the Jays, the Jays, they they're in control of a lot of the social media stuff. So I respect it. If somebody was over here saying, if I had control of say TikTok, I don't think that I would let people, be showing videos of them like burning the Bible or, uh, you know, blaspheming Jesus Christ. They control Hollywood. A lot of it, as well as a lot of the financial system, but they're not the main bad guys, all right? You got to stop the small hat within you. You don't have to take out their loans. You don't have to watch their cornos. You don't have to depend on them for anything. You don't have to watch their movies. You don't have to watch their entertainment. You can be totally free from it. I think I may be watching a show created by them right now. I'm not sure. I don't know who the executive producers are, but it's The Walking Dead. So let's see who made The Walking Dead. Who are we talking about? Here's the riddle. A religious tribe that wears a small hat. I don't even know if this is a riddle, but a religious tribe that wears a small hat and their title rhymes with sue. Like, I'm going to take you to court and sue. That's exactly what they do. What is this? The 30s? It's a poem. Yeah, it's my poem. A religious tribe with a small hat. Okay, I gave you long enough. I'm reporting you. Okay, cool. Block. Is this the 1930s? I mean, you know, what do we have to say? Imagine being so mind numbingly stupid. Who are you talking to? Sure, the world bad because it's small. Nobody's saying that. You're the one showing how stupid you are because I literally have been saying the world is a beautiful place. I've literally been saying this whole time the world is a beautiful place. It is a good place. And I've literally been saying that the small hats are not controlling the world. The small hats are not the reason why the world are bad. I'm not saying that at all. Make Germany great again, wasn't it? Hey, Mr. Mean Mustache. This is scheduled like a shopping list. Okay. Um, let's see. The world isn't a quote from The Blind Side. I have no clue what you're talking about. If that's a quote from The Blind Side, then I just tapped into the writers of The Blind Side's frequency because I have no clue what you're talking about. I watched that movie like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. I don't know. I don't know how long it was, but a long time ago. The Walking Dead, because that's the show that my wife and I are watching right now, and I want to see who made it. Creator Robert Kirkman. That doesn't sound very small hattish to me. Maybe that's why the show's so good. I don't know. Let's look it up because they'll switch up their names too. It's hilarious. I just watched a couple videos on some rabbis Probably exactly. You get it. You get it. That's what I just said. They changed their names. That's hilarious. Trump 2024. Okay, get out of here. Trump is. Why do you want somebody who said that they would sleep with their daughter if they weren't his daughter? Why would you want that? This guy was born in Kentucky. There probably ain't many small hats in Kentucky. I'll just say that. Let's see. Um, I don't think he changed his name. I think this guy is authentically non-small hat. I don't know. Notable work, Battle Pope. So he may be. Hang on. He is a comic book, Battle Pope. He might be. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It doesn't matter. But anyway, we're watching The Walking Dead, and I only started looking that up because somebody mentioned in the comment section they control Hollywood, and I was like, yeah, they kind of do, and financial systems. Anyway, the small hats are probably behind the whole Iranian Revolution. There's probably other groups in there as well. There are other people that are behind it. Um, they're a little more harder to identify. Um, I don't know. I'm trying to think of some other groups. I don't know, Jesuits. The Jesuits. Um, man, the Illuminati. Satan. I don't know. But everything comes back to the small hats. Just remember that. Where you find a money trail, you will find a yarmulke. At the end of every money trail, there's a yarmulke. Is that what their hats are called? Yarmulke. I'm proud of myself. I spelled that right. Yeah, that's what it's called. Just like at the end of every rainbow, there's a pot of gold. Well, at the end of every money trail, there's a yarmulke. It's great. It's hilarious. And that's cool. I respect them. Like, I want to raise my family to be very small hattish. What I mean by that is not in the subversive way, not in like we're going to take over and start our own, pornographic company. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about getting into usury. That's not at all what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is I want to raise my family in a way that we are very close knit, tribal in a way, and work together a lot. Like they just work together very well. They don't like turn on their own. I respect that. I respect that. They get some things right, they got some things right. I mean, after all, they didn't just become like one of the most successful like monetarily successful groups in the world by not doing the right things. Well, I don't know about like morally right things, but you get what I'm saying. What about World War III? That we've been in it for years, and the narrative that is building around it is just, silly. Very high IQs. Apparently, that's not true. Apparently, that was fabricated. But yeah. Well, my family. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I can't say that my family is like the families I come from. They don't. I really wouldn't say they're very high IQ. Which what does that mean for me? That I'm probably not that high IQ. Anyway, let's go Iranian people. No, like let the Iranian people keep their religious state. Let them keep it. Let them keep it. Although, I don't know. I think, no. Yeah, no. Let them keep their religious state. Let them be the freaking country they want to be. Let them have their caliphate if that's what they want. But my daughters seem to be pretty smart. They're 2 years old. My twins. I have another daughter who's a month. The other day, Adelaide came up to me. It was thundering outside. It was in the morning. And I was sitting on the couch. I think I was reading or something. And she's at the arm of the couch and looks at me and says, I like thunder. It's like, cool. And then she looks at me and says, do you like thunder? And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. That's like the first big question you've asked me. And she's, 2. So that's pretty cool. They know how to read the words on their chair. So maybe my children will be high IQ. I mean, my wife, she comes from a pretty high IQ family. And, they do say that women don't tend to marry men that are stupider than them. So that means to suggest that my family probably just makes really bad decisions. And maybe there's some people in there that have some high IQ. I don't know. I don't fucking care. I'm just starting to talk about this shit now. I don't know. I took the same IQ test Joe Rogan did. Like years ago, and he posted on his Instagram. I got like a 127, but it's probably fake and it's probably not real. So that's why you'll never hear me bragging about IQ, because I've never taken an IQ test legitimately. I've taken the same fake one that Joe Rogan took. And I may be kind of dumb because I scored about the same as Joe Rogan. So do with that information as you will. What about the rights for the people? What about the rights for the people? Let them do them do what they've been doing forever. All right. What it never told. Okay. When World War III starts, be ready to stockpile a shitload of food. Toe Rogan. That's right. Toe Rogan. How you rate Joe Rogan as a podcast? I used to like him. I used to listen to him all the time. Like years ago, like back in 2017, 2016, 2018. And I think that's the year I stopped. But I don't like it now. He's a fake. What about Trump? Don't really care for Trump. I think that he's a shill. Who, that Joe Biden LOL just coming on. Yeah, what's going on, Mikey? What's going on, man? Long time no see. Ready for nuclear war. Joe Biden stockpile a shit ton of radiation pills for the military. Ready for nuclear war. Silly boys, silly boys. No, I disagree. Stand up if you feel it's wrong. You're probably a woman, I'm going to guess. Babyface Assassin 07. I'm willing to guess that you're a woman, and if you're not a woman, you're probably just very, very effeminate. And that's okay. You can be. Are you prepared for nukes? I am. I think I've realized that they're not real. So I'm not worried at all. So are you wanting World War? No, I'm not actually. I'm like the most, I don't know about most, but I don't want war. All right. I'm not a big war guy. I think most wars are satanic. Yeah. Not really big into the whole idea of war. I'm just stating a fact. What I believe to be a fact. No, you're not what? You're not an effeminate male? or a female? You never specified. We need Big T Daddy back in the White House. He is your daddy, is he not? Do you call him Zaddy? What's good, fam? What's good? Mark de Gaulle. Satanic? Yeah, woman. So you're not a woman, but you just admitted that you're an effeminate man. That's great. Do you have a cat? I do not. I do not. I didn't. You did. I said, "Are you a woman or a effeminate male?" And you said, "No, I'm not a woman." Biden really is so funny. He is. He is. Today he was like, this guy was like, all my friends I went to school with either became a firefighter, a cop, or a priest, and I'm not qualified for any of them. You should get a cat. I don't like cats. Nukes aren't real. I don't think nukes are real. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm not worried about nukes. There was no one in federal prison for what Joe Biden said he would pardon for under 1 hour. Okay. Do you like Kanye? I mean, he made some good music. Listen to the words I said. He made some good music. And what? You don't debate, you just talk. I mean, I'd love to debate. I was the president of a debate club in college. Debating's kind of my thing. So, I mean, if you want to debate, feel free to come on here and we can debate. But you first have to 10x your followers. And I'm not saying this in like a, derogative way, like belittling you because you don't have followers, but you got to 10x your followers in order to come on here and debate. We have pictures of nukes being used. No, you have pictures of bombs being used. You don't know what kind of bombs. I tried. You just kept trying to put me down. You literally, your argument was, go Iran. No, they should do what they feel. That's your argument. And I said that they're being subverted. They shouldn't fall to subversion because it's not an organic movement. What shall we debate? What do you want to debate? No human rights type stuff. What about human rights? I got 4K and 88,000 likes. Okay. Bet the ladies just love you. I mean, they do. My ladies are coming inside right now. I have my twin daughters. They're approaching me. They're so happy to see me. And then my wife is coming inside with my other daughter. Hi, honey. So, yeah, the ladies do love me. Hi. Hi, Mila.
Hi, Mila.
That's your name. Up to you. Just seeing you live. I mean, you see the topics. Hi, Adelaide. Don't do that. No. The timing. I know the timing was impeccable because my daughters are surrounding me right now. You can't see it except for my newborn because my wife has to carry her in. But now my daughters are trying to tap all over. You can probably hear them. How are you? Did you have fun at Grandma and Grandpa's?
Are you all done?
No. Yeah. No. No. Yep. All right. Babies are the best. They are the best. So that's something we agree on that we don't need a debate about. Can you hand me a charger?
No.
So yeah, that was great. The timing was great. My love. So somebody in this chat, yes, I am. Somebody in this chat, the timing was impeccable.
Are you still streaming?
Yeah, the timing was impeccable. Somebody in this chat was just like, the ladies must love you because I was telling them, that the whole Iranian thing is silly. And literally as they typed that, the girls were coming in saying daddy. It was great timing. So no, got to be careful with the computer. All right. Oh.
That's Daddy.
Yep. I have 3 words. Made in America. They just went in and deleted 4 more videos from months ago. And now MOT News. Oh, dude, we're getting like mad purged on MOT News. That's hilarious. Baby noises. Yeah. You're waving hi. You want to wave hi to people? You're going to wave hi. Go, hi, everybody. Hi, world. Yeah. Why is Kanye so based? I never said Kanye was based. I actually think he's a very confused man. Because he said that to Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, that he's not going to let him or the small-hatted people influence him. But then he goes and says that Jesus is a small hat. So it's like, what do you believe, dude? So it's like the Iranian Freedom Revolution was ignored by a former POTUS. What did Kanye say that is so controversial? If he just said white folks, nothing would happen. Yeah. He's showing the world his mental breakdowns. I mean, I don't know. You're waving at the people. What is your opinion on Kanye West? You don't even know who Kanye West is. You want to know how you should raise your kids to the point where they don't even know who Kanye West or Kim Kardashian is. All right, now I got my other daughter, and then my other daughter's crying. All right, that's a good thing. Yeah, it is. They're so fun at that age. They are. That won't help with most people, to be honest. With most of the problems, to be honest. Yeah, you're waving hi to the people. You're pointing at them. What is your opinion? What happened? What did you do? All right. Well, I think. Let's see. Iran's problem should be solved by ... Iran, exactly. Another thing we'll agree on. It's a trash culture. Fact. So, I mean, what do we disagree on? Like, let's see. I don't know. Looks like we agree on a lot.
Thank you.
That's why I love seeing people fighting against the Iranian government. I don't think it's ever good to really be fighting against your government. What culture are speaking about? Well, I mean, Western culture right now is pretty trash. All right. I'm going to put you girls down, okay? I'm going to put you down. Okay. Okay. Whoa, you support the Iranian government and what they stand for? I think that the Iranian government is what the Iranian people deserve. Do I tickle?
No, she's taking your cheese.
You're taking my cheese? I don't even have cheese. I'm for all citizens. Oh, you took it? You're silly. I'm all for the citizens. Why do you keep taking my cheese? Yeah, I'm not for that. Deserve? Yeah. I don't understand people are upset if people have more than one wife, but nothing of G marriage. Yeah, exactly. I know. It's insane. Who cares about KY, KW? Yeah, Kanye West. Cool. No, that's silly. Governments will never be dismantled. They will always, well, I mean, they will be dismantled, but then you'll have a new government coming. Oh, I was speaking of culture that those artists subscribe to, which is Western culture. It's Western culture that they subscribe to. No, 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 no. Oh. The way I rate is we need to change the government fully to fix issues. Are you Iranian? Oh, surrender the cheese. Yeah. So my daughters are forming a caliphate against me in a haram fashion because women can't do that, but they're taking off their hijabs and they're coming after me to steal my cheese. And then eventually they're going to take my milk and then they're going to take all my pork. Do you need to be Iranian to support the people? The big one being patriarchy down there. Patriarchy is the way of the world. Accept it. Cheese pirates of high Barbary. Yeah, I know. They're something else. They're devising on how to steal all the cheese from France and all of Europe right now. They have a grand scheme. So Western culture degrades women and glorifies gangster glamour. It does. It does. It does. Western culture does do those things. Because where's that in the Middle East? Where is it? No, we aren't accepting it. Why do you think people are willing to die to destroy it? Because they're brainwashed? Because, I mean, everything becomes a patriarchy. What don't you understand? Patriarchy is the way of the world. It's time to wake up, honey. Patriarchies are what it is. It's what it be. Just accept the fact you need male leadership. It's all good. It's all good. It doesn't mean that women don't have a role and women aren't leaders in their own regard. But men lead the society. And you see how the way the world is, patriarchy isn't benefiting anyone. How are you using TikTok? How are you getting this internet right now? Through by men who went underwater to put the cables under the sea? Does terrorists really mean anything in the game of revolution? No, it doesn't. Christian culture is better. Christian culture is best. No, by Korea. Who made my phone? But then who made your internet? Silly, silly woman. You might not be a woman, but whatever. Yeah, definitely not. Where do you need a man's permission to leave the house or drive a car? I mean, back in the 1920s in the Western culture, that's how it was. Pretty based, if you ask me. We just got put in view-only mode here on MOT News. We keep getting censored and blocked. They just took 5 videos down that we posted over 4 months ago. Modern day? What about modern day? There's so many issues with, and you're the actual conservative? Lol. What are you conserving?
You're done.
I'm not done. Are you done?
Yeah.
You want me to take your milk? All right. It's not just Western cultures. Many societies support degrading women. Okay. So what are you actually conserving, the actual conservative? Thoughts on the IRA and ulcers? I don't know. Where do you need permission from in modern society? Well, my daughters need permission to do anything, really. I mean, aside from eat and drink. But even then, there are times where it's like, no, you're not eating anymore and you're not drinking anymore. So children, they need permission to do things. At work, if you're an employer or employee, you will either be the one given permission or receiving permission to do certain things. In a family, you are given permission in Like if you're married, there's permission that's given. And people in the position of power are so quick to abuse their power. That's a faulty way of thinking. What about adult women in the Islamic world? It works for them. And if Christians follow true to what the Bible wrote, we'd be a lot similar to Islam. Not entirely. How can that? No. How can no? Don't do that. No. Are you from Iran? Have you been to Iran? No and no. 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 Adelaide.
Hey.
All right. What are you doing? Somebody. Then how do you know it benefits them? Well, the people are literally saying it doesn't. No, the people are not saying that. What you are seeing from Western media is showing you that the people are disagreeing with it. And we know that the Western media is a bunch of liars. So any government that states you're less than anyone isn't good. I don't know if that's the case. Are you raising your kids Orthodox Christian? Yes, I am. My children have been more Christianized than I've ever been in my life, up until recently. So I guess you can call me a catechumen in the Orthodox Church. So, my children, once we become a part of the Catholic Church, the Orthodox Church, they'll be baptized. And, yeah. If you view any morally corrupt thing as Western media, you're not even worth debating. You're like too low IQ to debate. So I'm good. Like your points are ridiculous. They're so brainwashed. Low IQ, what defines it as brainwashed? Your whole position. A bunch of women are like, let me throw off my hijab. Yeah. That's pretty much it. But, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I've been doing this for an hour. This is the first time I've done a live stream in a while. Okay, but I'm just saying, in my country, I've blatantly seen how patriarchy affects our women. Patriarchy is the most beautiful, natural, societal structure there is. It's the leftist controlled media doesn't deserve hearing. Coward. What? So you're a man speaking not knowing anything. See, this is why, anyway, I'm done. All right, I'm out of here. Much love. Peace. Bye.